We will do 6 and 7 on another video. Let's start with 8. I love these. They're very, very easy. We are no longer in slope-intercept form. We're still talking about linear equations, but we are in standard form. So let's remind ourselves about standard. Standard form. Now, that is this. And I already know some of you are saying, what, Miss Pierce? I don't remember that. Let me put some numbers in. 2x minus 3y equals 24. We started off with this equation, which is linear, and way back in the day, we moved 2x over by subtracting him. We brought down our negative and the 3y. Oh yeah, I remember that. He's negative. He's positive. Now remember, some of you wanted to write it in here instead of writing it over here because you didn't like switching it. So let me draw my line separating on my equal sign, separating my sides, and let me write my little 2x on the inside between my equal sign and the 24. You guys liked it that way, and then we finished it by dividing by -3, and we were left with positive. A negative divided by negative is let me move it up, positive divided by negative is a negative, so we put minus 8. Now, I know you guys, some of you are saying, what does that have to do with standard form? And why'd you do all that? What are you talking about, Miss Pierce? Okay. This was the standard form, right here. And we took him, and we solved him for y. And when we finished, we were in y equals mx plus b form. Remember, you can also write it that way. But we know Miss Pierce likes to write it with the minus sign. And so, this is mx plus b form. But now we're going to work with standard. And remember, they started like this and ended in mx plus b. So, the word problems we're going to do now are standard form. And no, we're not going to do everything we just did. I just wanted to remind you, because it's coming up again, how to solve for y. Put it in slope-intercept form. Just wanted to remind you. Okay, back to number 8. You know, I like to plant those seeds. Okay, number 8. It says 4 notebooks and 3 packages of pens will cost $7.43. Well, remember, it was a number, a letter, plus a number, a letter, equals a number. And let me go back and show you. Number, letter, and this one had minus, but we're using plus. Number, letter, equals number. Number, letter, there's a sign, number, letter, equals number. That is what we have going on here. The number is 4 because it says 4 notebooks. 4 notebooks. 3 packages of pens. Cost $7.43. 5 notebooks and 2 packages of pens cost $7.03. You're done setting it up. I like this way. These are the easy ones. Some of you were wondering, Miss, how do I love that name, Miss. I have so adapted to it. Okay, back to business. Menu 3-2. We're still putting it in the calculator. We will solve it by hand in a couple of classes. So don't stress. We will learn how to do it by hand. But it's the same thing, and some of you were wondering, how do I put this in the calculator? Do I put the equal sign first? Do I move the equal sign over? No, we do not. We put it in just the way we see it. I've noticed some of you clear out the variables and make a mistake. What did I do wrong? Yes, there must be a comma. Okay, now that we have what we need, and I used N for notebooks, P for pens, let's speed this process up. 4N plus 3P, and I know some of you are saying, thank you, Miss Pierce, because you're killing me, you're going too slow. Remember, you can always fast forward, but I am going to speed this up a little bit. 5N plus 2P equals $7.03. As you can see, the comma is there here. The comma is still there here. This is the command I want. It looks exactly the way it should. I put my decimal between my 7 and my 4 and my 7 and my 0 to signify my money. I'm going to press enter. It gives me two numbers. It's very important that you do not leave it X and Y, because if you notice in my answer choices, I see 89 and I see 129. How will I know what the answer for the question is? Well, the last part of this question says, what is the cost of one notebook? So we're looking for N. Since N came first, this first number is N, therefore A is the answer. I'd like to move on and do number, if I can remember, because in class I know we had trouble with it. Yes, number 9. Let's go ahead and go through this. The junior class sold 120 turkey plates, so 100 T. 200 chicken dinner plates, 200 C. Dinner plates for a total of 2,150. You guys were putting the comma in the calculator. The comma does not need to be there. The calculator knows that it's 2,000. We use that to separate the numbers so we know how many thousands we have or what place we're in. So the calculator doesn't need it. The senior class sold 100 turkey plates, so 100 turkey plates. 300 chicken plates. $2,625 is how much is being raised when the senior class is going to sell 100 turkey plates and 300 chicken plates. Now, what was the cost of each turkey plate? So understand this. 120 turkey plates were sold. We don't know how much they are though. 200 chicken plates were sold. We don't know how much each plate was. But we know there was a total of $2,150 made from selling those plates. 100 plates were sold, but we don't know how much we charged for each turkey plate. Again, for this one, chicken, we don't know how much they charged. It was a total of $26.25. Okay, I can hear you. Get to the point, Miss Pierce. Let's type it on in. Now, I want to show you how to, you don't have to go back to menu 3-2. Just go up. And then let me show that again. I'm blinking here, so I'm just going to arrow up. Up, arrow, up, highlight it. It highlights it when you go up. And this is highlighted. I have selected, I'm going to select this. Press enter, it brings it down. So I can go in here and I can change that N to T, this P to C, leave the comma here, leave the comma there. Slow it down a little bit, I don't want to confuse you. Come over here, I need 120t plus 200c 2150. Don't put the comma. Okay, feeling good. 100t plus 300c is going to equal 26.25. Don't put the comma. Yes, Miss Pierce left us $7.03. Now, some of you may say, Miss, I'm not going to do that. I don't like erasing because I might not know exactly what to put in or what's left or what it needs to look like, so I want to start over. And that you can do. But I wanted to show you how to bring that down. So I check, because, you know, I can make a mistake too. 120t plus 200c, and plus I don't want to start this video over, equals 2150. 100t. Uh-oh, look at that. I left the sign out. And that just reminded me about how we knew to do plus, and I want to talk about that. 300c equals 2625, comma, t and c, that's what I used. Press enter. Ooh, look at that. That looks ugly. Well, if it was in decimal form, I would know the money. It would look like money. I'd know how much each plate was. So let's go to our action button, menu. Let's say, hey, do something to the number. What are we going to do to it? Make it a decimal. So that's the famous menu to 1 code. Now, I want to do that one more time. I have just completed pressing enter after doing menu 3-2. I haven't done anything else. The cursor here is blinking. I am just going to press menu. And then I am going to go to number. I am going to hit number 1 or enter for change it to decimal. That's menu to 1. It automatically brings up this ANS for answer. It tells it, the calculator is saying, hey, make the answer a decimal. So press enter and it does. So we see that the turkey sandwiches cost $7.50. The chicken sandwiches cost $6.25. So we read the question, what was the cost of each turkey plate? That's T, that's $7.50. Not $6.25 because they were both there. Again, don't use X and Y. Change those letters. Now, back to what I said I was going to go back over, because I did skip that part, and I apologize. Plus. Why is there a plus sign? Not a minus sign. What's going on there? Well, it says the junior class sold 120 turkey plates and 200 chicken dinner plates. So if I did this and that, that means I did it together. And we know together signifies adding. So that's that. You should now be able to do 10, 11. And I remember one of my students in class in 6th period asked about number 12. I was kind of glad to hear that because it's a little different. So let me just set it up for you, and then we'll end this video and go on to the next video. Josh and Andrea each have $10.50. So Josh has $10.50. Andrea has $10.50. Josh spends all his money. That means he spends $10.50. And he is going to buy 2 hamburgers and 3 sodas. Can you see the equation? That is 2H plus 3S equals $10.50. Why did I flip it? I wanted it to look like standard form with the total at the end. That's just the way it looks 90% of the time. Now we read the next sentence. Andrea spends $7.50. She only spends $7.50 and buys 2 hamburgers and 1 soda. So I want you to understand this. It is backwards in the problem, but you can change that when you write it down. So you had to read and understand. You couldn't just look, pick, and write. Okay? Again, the plus sign came from 2 hamburgers and 3 sodas is all that together for Josh. He paid $10.50. Same thing for Andrea, except hers was $7.50 and she did 2 hamburgers and 1 soda. You put this in menu 3-2, get your answer. Make sure you're writing the answer for 1 hamburger, not soda. I'll leave that for you to do so you can complete your classwork. And that's the end of this video.